If you or someone you know is sick, have tried to get help, and is not feeling any better, then call or visit the Health and Wellness Center, where we will screen your entire and treat you so that your body will overcome your. So visit us today, 22 Queen Street, 6477 for further information.
Patients, those who look forward to Thursday, welcome once again.
Happy New Year to you too, listening to us today. Thanks for the invite again.
This program was one year ago, 2024, in numbers.
Yeah.
Now it's 20. Yeah, this is and odd things have happened, and I've had a very challenging first week in the year.
Yeah.
Very challenging, and I think it's good. It makes me.
That's true.
And it helps me to focus better. So
that's true.
Whatever it is that is called the occurrence, we've had or part of our he has gone on things, as he said, gone on to ways, and the good Lord will bless him as he treks down the path that he chose.
That's right.
You know, that really ends up doing and becoming whatever he wants to become and what he wants to do. So that is what I would have for him at the moment. To office, and so already made adjustments, and we make adjustments as we go on. But the job of excellent service to those who lives. Dr. Richards, I sometimes wonder if people really realize the amount of work we put in to help them to overcome their challenges.
I don't understand.
I don't think they would. I don't think they know. An easy load to carry, but we carry it well. And if they some of the burden, things that are health, then they will overcome their challenges. And we've seen enormous amounts of that in the years gone. We put a conservative effort and a realistic towards their today. A special day for some of the folks that I know. One particular person. Some people say it's the arrival day. Some say it's birthday. It's God grace day, and I hope that that if you're listening, your whole body system and continue to provide energy, the strength in your health, so that you can So the patient and a very good is God's gift to the human race.
A nice tribute. That's very nice.
You've had your challenges, so
Well, it's a new year, and it's another blessing to be alive. Really, some people started. Well, and sometimes some of them were in the midst of ending it, but never to see it. So it's a blessing. I mean, I'm very thankful, and I know very thankful and very privileged to be able to be in the land of the
mm-hmm.
and it's a blessing to be alive again and to the challenges for the new. Yep, it started. You saw right. All the things I'm wondering. Where 24. It looks as though we're gonna have another. And, God is still there, regardless. So I'll trust in Him. I mean, mine isn't, and Him fight me, you know. And
Well, he suggests that he takes on the challenge and create, you know, yes,
you know, the disease did not disappear. It's a new year, but it's nothing. Problems that you were facing last year, times it didn't disappear. It still came over. You know, it would be nice. The Jews had, I think, every what 50 years they had the year of Jubilee, where everything that's, you know, if if you had land and you you got it back from those who bought it, everything was restored.
it would be nice because you would have realized at some point somewhere along the line that you made a mistake and you'd like to correct it.
Yeah. And a lot of times, you know, individuals who made the mistake probably were never even alive to see it.
Yeah.
You know, I wish we could believe with health too. You know, you start a new year, you get a reset button. Everything goes back to to the healthful condition, and you have a whole year to ruin it. Well, I hope not, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you sent me an article maybe a day ago that talked already, but it talked about there's a period of time when the bones rejuvenate themselves.
Yeah, all that. And I think it's an interesting piece of
very interesting.
research.
And 10 years.
Every 10 years. It's amazing. It makes sense. Like every organ in our body just constantly dying and being restored,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And the scientists say, well, you know, or they told us, they said, well, that happens to most cells, but muscle cells, you know, there's that. But now everything that most of us would thought is changed.
We school that bones don't rejuvenate.
Right.
You know, that once you get past a certain age, you know, your bones just keep eating, but that's not so.
No.
That's not so because
No.
we're on this subject because we've had many persons who had serious issues with their bones that came to us, and we've seen them over the years, And many of those persons are walking again, and they're coming out of wheelchairs, and they're back to exercise, back to gym, and it defeats the theory of age, but the element that are needed to bring back those bones to what they need to be is what's missing in many persons' lives.
Right.
When we minister to them, those elements, within weeks, the people are walking again, and they're jumping again, and they're painless, and so it is proven that the bones regenerate themselves. You just have to give it what it needs to do it.
And I mean, because any cell that's living can be restored.
Exactly.
They multiply and they divide, and they, once they're alive and they're living, they can proliferate and they can restore themselves. Some just like, and it makes sense. I mean, I hadn't really fully invested in the article that I sent. It caught my eye. I'm like, whoa, you got to see this. But a living red blood cells lives for 20 days.
Yeah.
Right? So now what if all them cells, the red blood, I ain't going to live. So what's going to happen?
You're going to be dead.
You're going to be dead, right? So every 120 years, you get...
your body.
Right. So cells can do... I'm thinking that, and this is the precisely where the mentality of research, there are cells that constantly restore themselves, rejuvenate, new ones. And that's why, especially marrow, the bones have cells that are, they're like in the blast form, and they're there. And once there's a need for any particular cell line, that blast cells mature and go and help and restore. So that is the same thing they're thinking about for every cell in your body. Saying also that cells cannot regenerate themselves.
That's what they said.
But their research now shows that they can. Brain cells.
But they're cells. They're cells.
They're cells. Right.
And they're dying every so many days, and then if they keep dying, as we said, you'll be dead. Yeah. The fact that that you keep on living, and being healthy, and you keep on, it proves clearly that cells do rejuvenate.
Yeah, they do. They do, and the neuroscientists, they're seeing that. I mean, you can take a hemiectomy and you take off part of the brain or some part of the brain, and it's an amazing thing. I mean, the cells, even though they may not be there, but the other part of the brain may, take over the function, and some cells may again. I mean, there's a lot of things we don't know.
But that reminds me of a science fiction movie that I saw a long time ago. I'm trying to remember the name of that movie. It says where people will be in a situation where they're coma, or they're not living, basically. They wouldn't, they would inject in them that actually rejuvenate organs. And soon enough they would wake up.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got to look at it again.
Wow. Wow.
And it is a clear reminder that maybe it really can happen.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to the point soon where those who are considered dead really are just sleeping.
Sleeping.
You know what I mean by sleeping?
Yeah. just like a
not
regular.
sleeping into eternity, but
Right.
sleeping where
Be restored.
they can be restored and
Yeah,
rejuvenated and return to life.
that is.
It is something that I always think of it because, for instance, only today I was looking at a past highway, Linden Suzak Highway, just this afternoon, and there was a situation. There is a situation where the driver. Let me see. It was on the left hand side. The driver of the car. No, it's on the right hand side. Within a second, the collision. And the persons who arrived on the scene, they said that this guy is dead. These people are dead, and then they saw the accident like instantly. And it made me wonder if the occur and there's no blood because there was no. Didn't see any blood, but the person slumped over the wheel and it was a young guy. He was out. In my mind, I wondered, did he really die or was it a shock to his system that stopped his heart?
So if you get a defibrillator and
if you have a defibrillator and maybe try to restore the frequency. Only restore the frequency back into the person. We don't know, maybe there was an internal injury, we don't know, but there was no blood. But if we to restore the frequency by using a defibrillator, maybe the persons can come back, regenerated. But what it needs is to restore the heart, so that we can go back to the other organs to get this person to come back to where they can breathe and they can function. I think
there are so many things that you say there that they're already doing, but it's not consumption. I mean, they know that these cells in our bodies are really functioning based on electrical frequency, as you say, right?
They know that, but
the
thing is, and I want you to continue the conversation there. They know that, but the public is not.
No.
We are aware of that.
Yeah.
We work with that.
Right. And that's that's the whole.
Exactly.
It does the cells restore cells, with this method of this particular thing that we can hear. And I'm looking for words here because you can hide the words.
Yeah, no. You got to be careful with words because you don't want to send the wrong message. Yeah. But I'm becoming more and more conscious of a lot, and I've always, even when I started in the 90s, I always know that they're so young, they shouldn't die, right? They shouldn't die so young. They're in the midst of their career or something, something happened and dying. And I kept saying to myself, way that we can have substitution. Person, if you can back their life, you will lose 1 month of your life. Is that kind of thing? You can, if you can regenerate this person, you have made a sacrifice of 1 month of your life,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't know how long you're going to live at. So,
That's true.
it is, I just, so, because there's some people who wish they wouldn't die at the time they die,
Right. Right. But some people say, well, hey, they're trying to be God, trying to.
You can't be a child of God
Mm-hmm.
that practices and learning from Him.
Yeah.
I've always, I read my works. I always said that I would like the path that Jesus walked. I always said that. In other words, when He walked,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
how is it that the ability? This is when I go into serious meditation. Say meditation, my mind goes ability to touch who was dead and bring him back to life. Someone just walked by and touched him, and they were healed of their disease. Mm-hmm. Someone was blind, touched their eyes. What did he have to be able to do those things? And why is it that we cannot have those abilities? Why is it that we cannot obtain those abilities? I always wondered.
We can, and I believe that there are individuals who have and who are able to do the very same works that was done by. But the type of that is one is need to be very aligned with Christ.
Gotta be pure.
Yes.
Gotta be.
And many of us, we close, but close is not enough. We have to be fully, fully in God's, fully in His will. The things that we say, the things that we do, all of our whole life have to be fully compliant with His. The Holy Spirit will look at us. Hey, that can invest it with the of heaven, because it's all a frequency.
It is.
The woman touched his garment, right?
And
he felt something came out. He said, "Virtue came out of me."
Yeah.
Frequency. If we're able to submit life and be Christ-like in every regard, then God will say, "Hey," the Holy Spirit will say, "Hey, I can." He's usable.
Use that vessel.
Yeah. That vessel is user friendly. It's friendly to God's will, to heaven's and heaven
agenda. Heaven's agenda.
Christ, whatever He said it, whatever I've done, you can do. And the reason why we are not, I should say me at this point in time, is because I have not been able to fully align my will with heaven's will, or agenda with heaven's agenda. And there are people who are alive, are doing the works that works.
I believe that.
No.
I fully believe that.
Yeah.
The other factor here, that the person who receives that has to be believing that they can.
Yeah.
When I say the person who receives, not the.
Okay.
The person who touched the garment, see that is touched and can see again. Mm-hmm. Those persons have to believe that can occur in their lives if they're touched.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the things that is recovering from their illnesses is is that they don't believe.
They have,
They have doubt.
yeah.
They don't believe that they overcome. They don't believe
Right.
that. You know what? You know, I can clearly talk this way that there's good and evil. We know that in this world is good and
Right.
evil.
Right.
Evil is always out there to the good.
Mm-hmm.
So persons who are receiving the touching, the frequencies and so are normally distracted by evil ones who you don't do that. Don't you know you wouldn't get I think it's orchestrated that those persons are put there to deny the recipient the blessings to overcome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We see it all the time. I mean, I see it in people.
Mm-hmm.
Come to the clinic, and I know that we put our hearts into our work, and we do everything we can. The bodies tell us that this is your body telling you that you need to avoid consuming certain foods. Don't overcomes the condition
Mm-hmm.
that what you ate caused, and how they're distracted by persons who say you must have your meat if you're not going to get protein. You got to eat your fish if not they can't. You know, so these people who need to receive the healing blessing
Mm-hmm.
are distracted by
Yeah.
those who don't want them or who are put there to deny them
It's true.
from receiving the blessing.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I mean, in 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 all of our lives, man, we have people believe, in shed they shed doubt, and doubt is a very bad thing to have. Especially in this life. The Bible clearly says, "As a man thinketh in his heart,
So is he.
so is he."
Mm-hmm.
So if you have doubt about something, you constantly are negative or something,
That's what you're
that's
going to receive.
yeah, yeah.
I want to say that this discussing, and I'm really praying that
Yeah.
especially those who are afflicted with illnesses,
Mm-hmm.
with diabetes, with cancer, with HIV/AIDS, with to conceive, they can't start a family. All those persons out there need to listen. Whatever you think negative, then negative will come. If you think positive, then most likely you
Yeah.
do the right things,
Right.
positive will come.
Yeah. It's a universal, saying, and it's a standard that is met. If you think whatever you think in your heart, that is what's
That,
going to
that,
manifest.
I want to say hello to Dr. Jean. Dr. Jean,
Okay.
she's up in New York,
Yeah, okay.
and she was also medical, still is medical, but she's now also a naturopath.
Nice.
Dr. Jean, she's going to become a part of our
Good.
New York.
That's good.
Yes, she's waiting and she's ready to go.
Oh, nice.
We have to
Nice.
get it, and we
Yeah.
have to get it through the training color. But
Oh,
she
okay.
asked me to connect the two of you together.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yes, I think you know Dr. Jean too.
Really?
Yeah, Dr. Jean is from Guyana.
Oh,
Blessings of the Bioresonance TV. She has family members who have also received the blessings of the treatment, the therapy of bioresonance in their life.
wow.
You
Thank
know,
God.
some of them were first, they were from Missouri. Show me,
Oh, the show me
Missouri
state.
is the show me state.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
appeared to be so simple.
Yeah.
You know, they raised kings.
Wow.
They were so adamant against having not to consume certain things, but then you know, it was insisted that at least you try for a month. A month became 2 months, and then 2 months, and then now they're saying, listen, don't eat those things. They're bad for your health.
Because the benefit. Yeah.
I always that you cannot continue to do what caused you to become sick and expect to get better. It's not going to happen.
Never.
If you're doing the same things that will cause you to have a disease, a problem, you can't do the same thing and get better results. You do things to take you where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to make changes to overcome your conditions, your diseases, your obesity, your smoke, your drinking habits. You've got to change what you're doing. If not, you're not going to get the results you want or you desire. So all those people who made these reservations that, is this the right word? Reservations?
Resolutions.
Resolutions. No, that's something wrong. Yeah. All those persons who made the resolutions for the new year, that this year I'm going to lose 100 pounds. This year I'm going to stop drinking. This year I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to stop partying. You cannot want to stop drinking if you keep on drinking. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You cannot want to lose weight if you keep eating the foods that cause you to gain weight.
No.
You see, so same thing. You cannot want to overcome hypertension and diabetes and your sicknesses, keep eating and drinking and doing the same things that cause. So I don't care what resolution you made. You've got to make adjustments to achieve that year. The year will end, and guess what? You're going to have more weight. More high. Your sugar is going to be more high because you kept eating the same life.
Yeah. And it's not it seems because it's addictive. I mean, you're living this way for a long time. So, and somebody told me, stop smoking. You said, well, you know what? Did you smoking? No, 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 no. Once I realized that the cigarettes really hurting me, that it was killing me, and that same moment I realized it was killing me, I took it and just threw it away. It was gone.
Yeah.
So if you believe something is hindering you, you start right then. People say, well, I know I'm going to. It's time to eat all this. Let me enjoy it. This is my life. No, I'm going to stop. It doesn't work that way.
I'll give you a true scenario. In 2021, it started 2019. When I was traveling to Fort Lauderdale, I couldn't go anywhere. Everything was locked down. I couldn't go any place. I started reading more. I started connecting with more doctors and more. He says, Joe, there's something that I want you to start doing. And I know it's not going to be easy. I want you to start doing it. So I said, you see, because I'm doing it. Look at me. He said, look at me. Am I getting sick? I said, no, you're the same way all the time. He says, well, start doing it.
I wonder what that is.
He said, every morning when I do 100 push.
Oh, okay. That's what I would figure you were going. Man, yeah.
Every morning. So I said, man, I want to do it one time. And do it one time. I said, no, no, that's not going to be easy. He says, I know it's not going to be easy. I started the 25. I did that for 1 week. And then then the next week I added 10. And then the next week I added 5. That was 50. He said, so within 6 weeks, I was at 50. You know? And then he said, I added 10 more. So there was a progression to the 100. Right? And he says, I'm going to morning 100 what it takes.
Wow.
And you know what it made me remember. It made me remember when I was saying to the box.
Right.
When I used to box, when you get in that ring, don't think about going down. Think about being on your feet until the rounds are done. When the 3 minutes over, you make sure you're on your feet. You know, when the 12 rounds are over, bench. You was being trained in boot camp also. We were pushed to the max, but they pushed to know that your body can do it. They know you can do it, but mentally they had to break you away from the old, the negatives, the things that you believe couldn't happen. And this is what to do. They need to get into the brain, into the cells, and reprogram themselves. That I have to overcome. I have to lose this weight. I have to stop eating the chicken. I have to stop eating fried foods. I gotta still, program your mind and let the mind control the body.
That's true.
Not the body control the mind. Because I mean, when you do that 100 push-up, you feel all the starts to shake and it says quit because but when you program the mind, it erases that.
You do it. Oh,
it stops. The shaking stops. The muscles begin to and the next thing you know, you do 110. I go past 100 easy.
Wow.
Yeah. You must try it. I mean,
you brought back a lot of memories. I used to in the I know you sent me all. I used to do Jet Kune, like Bruce Lee. Yeah. I used to put my hand in the diamond and 100. I remember that, and I'm gonna be pushing down if I have to do But the thing is this though, and it's muscles have memory. They have memory.
They have memory.
Right, and that's the whole purpose of the training in the military, the Navy SEALs, and everything. Awesome. You would just do things, just quickly,
Dr. Richard, I went through that.
Right, and you don't even have to think because your muscles, they put you through the process where
One I was afraid of the one with the water.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the water stuff, man. You got to go under there and
you
have to almost under the water,
Yeah. And if you don't come up, they come and get you.
Your lungs begin to feel like they want to burst. Eardrums. You know what? What is encouraging about all of this is that if anyone can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I learned from Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
If I can do it, if you can do it, I can do it. If somebody can do it, I can do it. If people can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
If
It's true.
if that person can lose weight,
Yeah.
if he or she can overcome hypertension or diabetes, I can do it too.
That's right.
We comparing ourselves to humans. What is the difference between that person and you? If it's a man, he puts on the same way.
Just the mind.
It's the mind.
Yeah. It's the mind game. It's all in the mind. Yeah.
So I'm using all of these scenarios because I know there are many persons who would have made resolutions.
Yeah.
But if you don't program the mind, you're going to come an end and you're going to.
Yeah.
You cannot keep doing the same thing that got you where you are and expect to change. It doesn't.
Right.
Doesn't work.
And from what you said, you need to take baby steps. Just start slowly. You're going in the right direction. You're going in the, you just start slowly. Just keep going.
Well, we're talking about something that happened today. There was a gentleman that I saw that was told he had prostate cancer, and they wanted to do radiation chemotherapy on him, and he refused to do it because he wanted to keep his prostate. He wanted to be able to connections and that stuff because that. So this is his third treatment. This is his third treatment, and 1 second. This is the third. And when we did the comparison, and when we did the comparison and we compared it to how he feels, he forgot about.
Oh wow, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I didn't even see it anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't see it because what is that I knew I had to make a believer out of him. I did some serious bioresonance on him.
Yeah. Kill all themselves.
Kill all those bad cells. And then we detoxified him.
Right.
Medicines that he needed to reduce the process, destroy the. So simultaneously, while we did the bioresonance, we treated him with the anti-cancer medicines and all that, the tinctures and everything else. And when he came today, he saw those numbers. He just had a little bit of that, but I'm good.
Yeah. Amen.
It's such a great. It's such a great feeling and a good encouragement.
Yeah.
And he said, Doc, I followed everything because I was afraid of the chemotherapy and the radiation. And I wanted to keep my prostate, and it paid off for him. He continued on the path. In some areas, better. He's just one example of many that we've done.
Right. And
you would have had.
I have that one too. Similar. Another man came in very, very sick last year to the clinic. She came sick, and she went everywhere, and she came there. And they, you? I said, "How are you feeling?" Man, I feel better. I feel.
To start doing it, we need to start information and having them as testimonials.
Right.
Because we can say anything. Some people say, well, you can say anything. But people themselves are. So we're gonna have to have them, even if we have to just record the voices.
Right.
The pictures, because some people we can blank the faces out and all that.
Right.
They say, show me, show me.
Yeah. So she was when she was sick, she told her pastor she don't know if she's gonna make it. They challenge was during the holiday was people were making the black cake and the sponge
Yes.
cake and the cook
Yeah.
up rice and all this stuff with all the.
Yeah.
I follow what you told me. I didn't think. I told people, say, "Oh man, it's just one time, it won't hurt." She said, "I didn't follow that. I didn't do it." And I said, "You know what? Thank God you're the real being
Yes.
because everything, you know." So to God, like I say, we're not the healers, and He just want us, all of us, to be obedient to the health protocol. I mean, there's the benefits to obedience, and she that pathway because you can it's a constant battle, and then go back to the same lifestyle, and then I tell people all the time, we don't do sick care here, make you healthy and restore your run from here, and you tell us and you help other people, because what we're doing is not just helping you to get better, we're teaching you
Exactly.
what to,
Yeah.
and you can. I told people, and I was excited, so I said, to God be the glory, you know so and this is not just one case. I mean, it's many cases.
Um, we have so many persons who those who follow the rules gets the results.
Yeah, and that's it. If you're obedient, you get the. And I don't like, but I'll let the bag, the cat out of the bag. We can
Oh yeah, we can
immediately.
we can we can tell
I don't want you to feel bad, but I can tell when a
when
person
he cheated or not.
and you have to. I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
We not in control if it's in your hand. You're the pilot of your life, and we can just just to tell you what you're saying about the foods that are affecting you. Decision is your decision. You make the final call.
Yeah. Well, my operator did something very nice. He put the website on the screen,
Nice.
and it's visible. You can go to the web, leave a message, or make an appointment, or make a comment. You can do this of you, and don't we don't geniuses or
No.
instruments. We're instruments or vessels who are being used.
Yes.
That. And
Right.
that is all we want to do. And a little while ago, when you made that persons who don't follow the rules, not to say that they can be taught, but we can see the device is fine.
Yeah.
But when we screen you or we do the review on you, we can pretty much tell if you follow the rules or not.
Right.
I think I want to say here that, which is something that needs to be followed. If you are in a sick state and you came to us, we screen you in the right path, administered to you, and you overcame your condition, for you to go back doing what you did to get where you were, you're going to go right back.
Yeah, the things that that got you to where you were, come to us. You go back in the same road. It's going to get you back in the same direction where you came. Where you're trying to get from.
And that is what is sad.
Yeah.
I had one who was a very good example of that, and she was suffering the worst scenario, HIV/AIDS.
Mm.
And point where, I mean, when you saw her, she was like, and we got her to the point where she was back to herself, working, eating right, doing everything. And I said to her, to get work. She says, Doc, I promise I'm not going to do it. 6 months later, I saw her again. 6 months. I said, what happened to you? She said, you know what? I guess I wasn't strong enough. She didn't make it the next time.
Oh no.
She didn't make it. You know, God gave you the ability to over, to be restored. And then you go right back and do what you did. You know, he could say, you know, a chance to restore your life, and you went back and slapped me in my face. You know, months later, gone.
Oh no.
Yeah. And the sad part is that when I saw her, it was after back. She had taken it. I wasn't in the country then. Happens, you know. If we are going to be an instrument to help you to regain your good health, and you go back and do the wrong things, that God will not be there for you again. You know, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. So when you do the things that don't stop doing the things that got you sick.
No, don't do it.
Don't do it. When you lose the weight, and there are many persons who do things to lose weight. Okay, they go and they do all sorts of surgeries and they take options and so on, names of any products, and they lose the weight. They didn't change what caused them to gain it.
No.
So when they stop taking those things, they blow up again.
Yeah.
And guess what? The medication may not work again. Many times it doesn't work.
They need to discover something stronger to work in another receptor.
Exactly.
To do the same thing. But you know, and that's like that's sick care, you know. You don't treat the root of the problem. Just symptoms.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of patients grams of blood pressure medication, and every so many years they keep bumping them up until they're 40 or 50 milligrams. But you're treating thing, and I have many a times they're getting hypertension. The arteries in the carotid in the head and the neck areas, and also in the heart, in the heart, are blocked for some reason. And if you don't unblock those things, the medications you're on, you're not going to get any better. And it really baffles me about, you know, let's take an inanimate object like your car. If your car is having a problem with your radiator, a mechanic, he fixes it a little bit, and then after 2 weeks, he still has the same guy all the time, and he's not able to fix it. Why do you keep going back to the same guy? You see what I'm saying? Why do you keep taking the medication that's supposed to make you well, but it's not making you well, and you keep increasing the dosage of it? See what I'm saying? So with a car, you'll say, man, that mechanic didn't know what he's doing. I got to take it to somebody else, or I got to do something else. You would take it to somebody else. If you take it to the same guy 5 times, you know, you're going to be asking around, where can I, you know, anybody can fix this radiator problem? I took it to this guy 5 times, and it works for a week, and then it goes back to the same. You're gonna be searching for somebody,
Yeah.
a good mechanic, to help to get rid of that problem. We don't do that. We do it with the car, but we don't do it with ourselves.
The radiator example, there's special fluids that are designed to help your radiator to have a longer life.
Mm-hmm.
And we put into the system something else. Freon in the radiator, we put water. Water will rust and destroy the radiator, the freon will preserve it. So vice versa with bodies, the system, destroying our organs and our cells and causing us to become sick. When we should be considering a change of diet that will help us to detoxify, to remove matter, to have a long life. Medicine. See, and I had a good example of that today. The medicine or the vitamin, the supplement that they're on, nutrients. It's a supplement. It's not food.
Right.
You've got to eat foods that your body can use to it. So you have a part to play that's very serious, but many nutrition is a part of a solution to the problem.
True.
Dr. Richard, you have 4 minutes.
Oh boy. This year, I've seen a lot of patients. This is the beginning of the year. They're coming from all over, and they're saying, I just want to see what's going on. I want to.
Yeah.
I want. It's a very, very smart move.
Yeah, it is.
Very smart.
Where I am now.
Yeah. And that's what I'm seeing, and they're asking me. I don't take any medication, but I want to see exactly what's going on in my system.
This is a very good thing.
And it's a good thing to do. And they're coming from all over. They're coming from New York, come from all over the place.
Yeah.
And that's smart because early detection is the key. We're able to tell you, anybody, 5, 6, 7, even a year in advance, where your health.
Mm-hmm.
You may be healthy, but then there's certain undercurrents that are happening that you're not aware of. The system is able to detect exactly, like I'm able to show, hey, you don't have it yet. What's out there?
Yeah.
Atherosclerosis.
Yeah.
You got to change your diet. Some people say, well, the talk fish is good. So I'm eating a whole lot of fish. I said, there's this worm here. There's a lot of worms in these worms. The fish tape angiocarcinoma, cancer of the liver. You gotta be careful with it. The guy told me butter is good, so I ain't eating butter. I said, well, look where you're headed. Atherosclerosis. The way the dairy. But so early detection is important. And if people come, they want to know their system, come and screen them. You know? And prevention is better than cure. Remember that whole thing we taught? What do you call it again? Egg in the 3 in the book. All those are
A bird in the hand is worth 3 in the bush.
I saw you look up like, that sounds. A bird
in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
2 in the 2. I put up, I added 3. It says, what's the other thing? Prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Yeah. Stitching time saves 9.
Yeah, stitching time saves 9 stitches. Yeah. It all makes sense.
Yeah. Well, we was the New Year, and We're looking forward to doing our best to help persons to overcome their illnesses.
Yeah.
But you have to believe, you have to make an effort, you have to make sacrifices. And if you're interested in getting a hold of us, you can call us on the clinic at 231-6477, and of course, be able to have someone leave a message if no one answers. We work from Tuesday to Friday in Guyana, but we work in other places pretty much on appointments.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale, New York, we all over the place. Dr. Richard is a lot. Wait, there's another virus out there, and we didn't get a chance to talk about that. So
they're talking about
please,
the quad.
yeah,
Yeah.
take your antioxidants, build your immune system, because you want to make sure that your defense is up. Okay, and if you're in the midst of persons, protect yourself. I believe in the mask does help, because it's not virus or viruses, it's bacteria. It's people who have streptococcus, they're coughing, they're sneezing. You know, in the air can affect you. So it's not just for coronavirus or for viruses, but it's you may have exposure to something in the air that you have an allergic reaction to and you don't even know. You see, so because that's the, and let's make sure that we make sacrifices to overcome what is bothering. Dr. Richard, I want to have a lot more to share.
Yes.
It's going to be a long year, but I think we are ready for it.
Yeah. Well, somebody is so cold. Dress up with it.
Because it's cold.
It's cold.
It's cold.
We gotta have a winter,
on my sleeve, but it's in my chest. I have my gun underneath. So
Yeah,
this is early winter, but
cold. That's
as usual, we're going to be back next Thursday, God's willing. We want to thank all of our persons and for tuning in and watching us. Again, for all of you who have birthdays today, happy birthday to you. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you, protect you, and you take care of yourselves. Good, enjoy, and don't forget, take care of each other.
That's right.
Till then, until next time, so long.
So long.
God
See
bless.
you.
Good night.
Good night.
If you or someone you know is sick, have tried to get help and is not feeling any better, then call or visit the Health and Wellness Center, where we will screen your entire body and find your problem and treat you so that your body will overcome your illness. So visit us today at 72 Queen Street, Kitty, or call us at 231-6477 for further information.